Hi, today I'm going to be sharing a workshop in answer to a question that has been raised on the wedding invitation site. It's to show you how to make a pocket fold invitation, and this is the original card that the question was about, and although I don't have the original, I have this one just to show you the outside of the invitation. This circle or oval has been cut out using a spellbinder die, and two pansies have been placed behind a piece of acetate just to give a nice feel to the invitation. And also the tied together embossing folder has been used, and literally once you've cut the circle out and embossed a whole piece of card and cut the circle out, you can actually get away with setting that piece back behind the pansies just to give a nice backdrop. And here's the inside of the invitation with the pocket fold, and then a nice flap over insert with another pansy. But I'll show you how quick and easy it is to make. First of all, you take a A3 sheet of card, and normally I would measure this out on a standard scoreboard, which would indeed have the half A4 size. So you would score in the centre using that score line, and then trim down the centre piece. If you're making lots of invitations, I tend to make the score line, but then turn around and do your measurements first before cutting the piece in half. So here you're going to score the piece at 12 centimetres and then 27 centimetres. I've done this on the Hoogie scoreboard because it's easier. And then just move that last score line across and score at 11 centimetres, giving you a flap. And that in turn will give you a pocket shape, and you will be able to fit in a 4x4 pre-scored envelope for an RSVP reply card. Now, one thing I would say is when you've scored on the 27 point, you can fold your card up, taking a scoreboard. Sorry. You can do this on an A4 piece of card, easier. An A3 cutter. Fold your card up and then just trim down that edge. And because you've hidden away the excess here, it just allows you to be able to fit that onto the cutter on a 12, using a 12-inch cutter as well. Now, the main reason for this card size in this format is so that you can get it into a 155 square envelope. Before I've shown you this card here, then that front drop would actually make a nice front piece to your invitation, or as I've shown, the press flowers look very nice too. Another thing, a handy tip that I try to do is this little edge might not be quite deep enough for you. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of matching card, which is just about 6 centimetres deep by 15, and then go in at 7.5 centimetres and just draw a little, or emboss a little line down. Once you've got to that point, hold the ball tool and keep on one centre line and score up. Hold that point and then swivel that bottom bit down to the base here, and you'll get an exact V-point to your piece of card. Now, You can either do it by scissors, or I tend to leave that score line in and then just go down gently to that point. Turn the card over and repeat the process. You can always take a pair of scissors just to nick at centre point if you're worried, but you can get away with that quite easily. Another thing I like to do is to place the piece back on and just ensure that you've got the crisp line. And then go in and just do your embossing, and then take your, I'd perhaps use Wonderline tape for this part, but take your double-sided tape. Here, I don't want to make it too deep onto the card, so what I've done is just caught the edge and then just fold it over, so it gives it a nice strong finish and it's not giving you a wide piece of double-sided tape. Now just that flap on there. And then if you take your double-sided tape again and just run it down the piece here, and then gives you a greater strength in that piece, and then fill out your card, put in your image you want, and then put RSVP on there. Then the middle bit you'd have your folded over insert, or just a plain panel if you want to keep it simple. Fold it over, and then I tend to like to put a square piece. You can emboss that and just put wedding invitation on there. Another thing is to use decorative corner punch just to create a piece of decoration on the front panel, or if you have a grand calibre you can actually go ahead and just lay your invitation nice and flat and put your embossing folder over there, and then it keeps the rest of this invitation flat and pass it through and emboss direct. So there's the basics, you know, for you to be able to decorate as how you wish to. And again, like I say, can be put in a neat envelope. One thing I will say is when you've got 100 or maybe 200 odd invitations to make, you do have to be careful about how many you're undertaking. And one good tip that I've learned from the past is, rather than saying yes I'll do the invitation, just hold back slightly and use your knowledge with crafting and perhaps suggest to a bride, I can create a nice invitation for you and offer an already pre-made Pocketfold invitation. That way you're selling the bride one of these invitations at cost price to you, but you've also not had to have the hassle of making it up yourself. It's quick and easy, you achieve the same effect, and like I say, you don't have the worry of it. So they come in a various of colours, and then also there's a Pocketfold without a little front flap, and just a plain just pocket, one with embossed wedding words on there, and another card in the range of card that you can provide is this one with a nice flap, which can often put your directions in there, and then stick the RSVP there. And last but not least, this lovely, it's got a vellum, but it's got a lovely texture to it, which you can print your details on here, or mat them onto there, put a nice eyelet and tassel through there. So that just gives you a few options there if you don't want to tackle them yourselves, or indeed you've got the Pocketfold invitation blank that you can make yourself. Hope you've enjoyed the workshop today. Bye.